not going, are you?
I didn't want to disturb you. I've already imposed on you too much at a time like this.
Well, at least let me make you some breakfast.
Thanks, but I don't want to miss my train.
You going back to London?
Well, there's nothing to keep me here, is there? I guess Will would have contacted me if he really wanted to see me.
Well, he hasn't even contacted us. What do you think's happened to him?
I can't tell you any more than I did last night. Maybe some other girl took his fancy. He's got an eye for the ladies, your son.
I can't believe he'd be that thoughtless. I'm sure he's in some kind of trouble.
Well, you've called all the hospitals, so he hasn't had an accident. The police don't seem worried.
Yes, but where is he?
Maybe he's just not ready to tell you yet.
No, Will wouldn't play those sort of games.
Then I expect you'll hear something from him soon. I'll be back in London this afternoon. Give me a call and let me know what's happening.
But I haven't got your number.
I've left you a note. It's all in there. See ya.
Bye.
Oh, I did enjoy that.
I noticed. Lucky there weren't any speed cops around, otherwise we'd be in trouble.
I reckon I could have outrun them on this.
I'm obviously leading you into bad ways.
Nonsense. I'm having the time of my life. Now then, could you join me for breakfast?
Oh, I wish I could, but we're doing a swoop on a garage in Skipdale. I'd try and make it for lunchtime, but I can't make any promises.
Good morning, Terry.
You two been out all night?
Just since dawn. Alan wanted to see what the bike could do if he let her rip.
Oh, like wake up half the village, you mean?
That won't do you any harm, Terry. You don't want to sleep your life away, do you?
See you later.
Hey, Al, enjoy it while you can.
I intend to.
I'll give it 2 weeks at most. Bloke your age trying to keep up with a lass like that. Hey, you ever fall off that thing, you won't be able to get back on.
You know his friends better than we do, Em. Do you think he's got another secret romance on the go?
Not with anyone local. It's hard to keep anything a secret in this village. I should know.
Tony, we're going to have to go back to the police.
I guess so. But I doubt if their reaction's going to be very different unless we can give them some more information. 16-year-olds leave home all the time.
Yes, but not Will. He was happy here. This is the first time he's had a chance to get settled instead of moving from one army base to the next.
I know that's what he said, but he's bound to have made one or two friends along the way. In fact, that could be the explanation we've been looking for. Maybe he's gone to look one of them up. At least we can tell the police we've covered every possibility. We'll make a list of all Will's chums at old army bases and start ringing round.
Sleep well?
No, of course not. How could I trust up like this?
It's dead easy, really. That was a choke, get it? Dead easy. All you had to do was sneeze. Have you ever watched an animal in a trap?
No.
They struggle at first, but gradually they stop and in the end it's like they're waiting to die.
Why are you doing this to me?
I don't think they ask that sort of question. But what does the past matter when you've got no future?
It matters to me. If you'd just explain, then maybe we could talk this through.
I fed you today.
No.
Bet you're hungry.
Yes. Very.
Shame. I'm no good at cooking. Is your mum a good cook?
Yeah.
Perhaps I missed out on a treat then.
What do you mean?
She offered me breakfast, but I turned her down.
What? You see my mum?
Yeah. And your daddy and your little sister. I got bored watching you, so I thought I'd go and spend the night with them instead. But then I got bored with them too.
No, wait. You've got to let me know what this is all about. Please. Please, don't kill me. Please don't go. Please.
Any chance of more grub?
You can have mine.
Oh.
All that lovey-dovey stuff's put me off my food.
Gotta be expected, I suppose. First flush and that.
Yeah, except thing would have been different if she'd been snuggled up to Uncle Albert.
I was going to say how sorry I was for spoiling your garden, but I'm not anymore.
Huh?
That way we can put it right together. And it'll really be ours.
Oh, Zach, that's lovely.
Hey, we could make a start straight away.
Hey, great idea. But you go first, because there's something I want to sort out.
I'm sorry to have bothered you and Eric, Sil, but I wanted to get the move settled as soon as possible.
At least we've agreed everything now.
Right, I'll leave you to your nursing duties. Eric, what exactly is the problem?
Swollen glands.
Nervous exhaustion.
I see. Well, I wish you better, Eric. See you later.
Bye. Are you still in pain?
Oh, all the time.
Then you have to go to the doctor.
What? I make myself look a complete fool? No, thank you. It's too embarrassing. I'm bound to get better eventually.
But we can't be sure of that until we know what we're up against.
But there's no guarantee a doctor will know what he's dealing with. This stuff is for pigs.
Then we'll go to Marlon and find out exactly what we're up against.
He's really putting his heart into it.
Aye. Well, if you two had sorted yourselves out sooner, there'd have been no need.
All's well that ends well.
Is it?
You know Zach's the only one I care about.
Even though you're ready to walk down the aisle with Uncle Albert?
That was a mistake. But at least it brought me and Zach to our senses before it was too late.
Look, I know me and Uncle Zach have had our ups and downs, but Lisa has been good to me. You know, he took me in, treated me like one of his own. And something like that I am not going to forget.
I know.
His own mouth, of course, like most men. Reckons he's still bare-knuckle champ and can take anybody on. We know he's past that now, though.
Don't worry. I won't let him start fighting again.
Scars like that, he didn't get in ring. Nellie's gone, Tina, Sam. I don't reckon he can cope with losing anybody else.
I've told you, Zach is the only one I've ever wanted.
Well, just you remember that. Because if you don't, you'll have me to deal with. Shouldn't you be getting back to your garden? I'm off to work.
I was going to phone you. I'm planning an informal meeting of the directors tonight.
I'm a bit busy for socialising at the moment.
Oh, I think you better make time for this. It's important.
If it's that important, why don't you call a board meeting?
Sometimes it's better not to leave agendas and minutes lying around. You never know who might read them. So many investigating bodies these days.
If you're planning anything dodgy, Chris, I don't want to be a part of it.
Very wise. Especially in your position. I mean, one whiff of impropriety in your advisory business would go down the pan.
Oh, don't worry about me. I always make sure I stay on the right side of the law.
Shame your fiancée isn't quite so careful.
Meaning?
Why don't you ask her about her recent business deals?
What's this all about, Chris?
Well, I'm sure there's been a misunderstanding, but it looks like someone's had their fingers in the till. Of course, as directors of a company that's already under investigation, that could be quite serious. I'm sure Kim will have a simple explanation. Resignation will be an option.
Hey! How's it looking now, Marlon?
Tacky and kitsch.
Well, never there then.
What have you done to him?
I can hardly walk. I've got pains all over my body and it's getting worse. I don't think I'm long for this life.
What are you talking about?
Marlon's been giving Eric animal drugs.
That is a very serious accusation.
Is this true, Marlon?
It were his fault. He kept on at me. He wanted me to get him something to give him a bit more. You know, he won't leave me alone.
You see, Pollard's the criminal. Procuring someone to obtain illegal substances. You could get years for that.
Not as much as he'll get for murder if I die.
Don't you think you're being a bit hysterical?
Hysterical?
Eric, look, we don't want to prosecute anyone. We just need to know what the drugs were so Eric can get treatment.
Yes, before it's too late.
Is that all? Tell him, Marla. Was it that stuff we stopped giving the pigs because it gave them too much wind?
Oh.
Not them pills we put down for the rats. You could hear them throwing up in the rafters all night. Well, it must be the donkey dose then.
It were vitamins.
Vitamins don't keep you on the toilet for 24 hours.
Second lot were laxatives.
See, Eric, you're not going to die.
You little...
What's it all about, Kim?
The usual storm in a teacup. Chris spends his whole life plotting against me. You should know that by now.
But this time he seems to think he holds all the aces. If you're in trouble, I need to know about it.
I can't believe you're taking his word against mine. I thought you were supposed to be in love with me.
I am. But that's not going to help either of us if you've done something stupid.
I just borrowed some money, okay?
That depends where you borrowed it from.
All you need to know is it'll be paid back. I can handle it.
You better be sure about that, Kim. Because if you can't cover your tracks, you're on your own. I worked hard to get where I am, and I'm not going to risk that for anyone. Not even you.
I think the least he could do is give Eric the money back.
Well, knowing the lad, he's probably spent it by now.
Besides, there doesn't seem much wrong with Eric's virility the way he's chasing Marlon around the yard.
Well, as a matter of fact, it did seem to be having quite a good influence, till he started worrying about the side effects.
You see, you can always trust a dingo to give value for money.
Mind, he's lucky he didn't find someone who'd give him some real drugs, otherwise it could have been very serious.
You're right.
I'll kill him!
No, we're going home, Eric.
But we can't let him get away with this.
I think we ought to celebrate your newfound health and vigor while we can.
Well, if you insist.
Whatever you gave him, it certainly seems to have pepped him up.
Wouldn't mind trying some myself.
It's too late for you, Zach.
Alex, it's Kim. I need that money. No, not next week, now. Oh, well, that's your problem. Mine is I've got the board on my back, and it'll take a bit more than your charm to shut them up. Well, thanks for nothing.
Well, we'll meet up soon. Bye.
They haven't heard from him.
No. Crispin's away on a French exchange trip, anyway.
They were the last on the list.
What are we going to do? I almost wish he had run off with some girl. I mean, at least then we'd know what had happened to him.
Yeah, Fiona seems sensible enough. Doubt if he'd come to much harm with her.
That reminds me. She left a number in an envelope over there. I was going to give her a ring when she got back.
Odd little note.
Well, what did she say?
Just remember, nothing's ever quite like it seems.
What do you think she means by that?
Let's find out what she has to say, huh? Can I speak to Fiona, please? Well, this is the number she gave us. Can I ask who I'm speaking to? I see. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
Wrong number?
No, I think it's exactly what we're meant to ring, even though they've never heard of her.
But I don't understand.
It was a shop. Jokes and party games. Nothing's ever quite like it seems. I think Will's in real trouble.
Very good. You're never going to get free, but you probably need the exercise. You're going to be here for a long time.
Where have you been?
Missed me?
Have you seen my parents again?
No, I decided it was better to let them sweat. They're probably quite frantic by now.
When my dad finds out what you've done...
What do you think he'll do? Send the SAS? The tank corps, nuke the place? I don't think he'd risk using tear gas. After all, real men don't cry. And he wouldn't want to embarrass you.
Why do you hate us so much?
I could kill you without a moment's regret. I just haven't decided if that'd be enough for me yet.
All set for the move next week? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to make Rachel a special meal tonight. A little thank you for putting up with me and Alice.
Evening, Mr. P.
Perhaps you'd make a start on preparing the vegetables, Marlon.
Right.
How long's he going to give me a cold shoulder? I thought it were all sorted now.
Give him time. Eric's not in the best of moods at the moment.
Oh, perhaps it's his illness. I must say, I wasn't expecting him to be working tonight.
He's made a miraculous recovery.
I'm sure Kathy doesn't want to know about my physical condition.
Well, I'm glad to see you on the mend, Eric. I must go.
Bye. There's no need to snap at everyone.
Well, I'd rather you didn't talk about my problem. If word gets out, I'll be the laughingstock of the whole village.
It's over now.
Is it? Our little celebration didn't seem to go too well.
That doesn't matter. All I want is a loving husband. I never asked for a Superman.
I'm a lot older than you. I've just been terrified about losing you.
Next time you feel like that, don't start on another crazy scheme. Just talk to me. I'm sure I can put your mind at rest.
Hi.
Hi.
Thought I'd make a start on dinner.
Ah, just a sandwich for me, please. I'm really sorry, but I've got to go out again in a minute.
Oh. And when will you be back?
I don't know. I might be late.
Zoe, it's just not good enough. Chris ruined our night out last night. And, well, it feels like we never get any time together.
Things are a bit difficult at home farm right now.
I don't know why you listen to him. Everyone knows how much he hates her.
Yes, maybe this time he's right. I can't just sit back and watch her ruin the company. I owe it to Dad to try and stop her.
Well, he hated her too.
He had good reason.
Why? Because she's got a mind of her own and she doesn't follow the Tate line. I admire her for that.
You don't know her like we do.
Well, I know she's always been decent to me. And I'm sick of everybody sniping at her, including you.
They're listening to a Disney cassette. Alice is turning the pages so Joseph can see the pictures.
First bit of peace you've had for hours, I expect.
Yeah, don't know how long it'll last. I'll go tell him it's lights out soon.
Will you put your feet up? Have a drink. You deserve it. Now, I don't know how you keep going. Working, an open university course, looking after a child. You've got to be exhausted.
I'll manage.
You know, putting up with me and Alice could have been the last straw. It's really kind of you.
It's been good for me. I've been a bit down recently. It's been nice to have some company.
Yeah, what's been up?
It's a long story. I just seem to have the knack of falling for the wrong man.
Yeah, me too. At least we both got one thing to be glad about. After Chris, anyone has to be an improvement.
Yeah, that's what I thought until now.
Yeah, anyone I know?
Believe me, Kath, it's best if no one knows. I'll go check on the kids.
I think we should start without her.
I agree.
Let's just give her a few minutes more.
OK, let's take the opportunity to examine a hypothetical case. If we became aware that money had been fraudulently removed from the employee's tax account...
Are you saying that's what Kim's done?
Well, if she had, we'd have a clear duty to take immediate action. As directors, we're jointly and severally liable for what goes on in the company.
Then there's nothing to talk about. We have to turn the whole thing over to the authorities.
After all Home Farm's been through in the last year, one more whiff of scandal will probably finish it off.
She should have thought about that before she got her hands dirty.
Oh, get real, Chris. Look, if this thing is tidied up quickly and quietly, we'll all be better off.
You mean look the other way and pretend nothing's happened? Make us as corrupt as she is.
I see Zoe's being Joan of Arc again. Don't you ever get bored with being so sanctimonious?
This is serious, Kim. What have you done with the money?
I'm really looking forward to moving in. I know we'll be happy there.
And no racket from the wine bar to keep you awake all night.
Now it's going to be a fresh start for us. Maybe that's what you need.
I think I need to sort out the situation that I'm in first.
This man, is he married?
Yeah. And he's got kids. He says he's ready to leave them for me.
Is that what you want?
Sometimes. Sometimes I don't think I could take the responsibility of splitting them all up.
It takes two. The marriage must have been on the rocks, or it never would have started.
That don't make me feel any better. I know his wife, Kath. We've been friends for years. She's bound to start to notice soon.
Then, Rachel, you've got to do something.
I just wish I knew what. It's Jack and Sarah that I'm talking about.
Would you say you were a happy family?
We have our ups and downs.
Like your sister's baby. Careless, that. Still, I expect Mummy and Daddy love you just the same.
They're good parents. Good people. And they've never done anything to deserve the worry you're putting them through.
I'll be the judge of that. Just how much do you think they love you?
You'd have to ask them that.
Surely you must have an opinion. After all, your life might depend on it. I think it's about time we found out. Better give them a call.
If you're going to ask them for money, you've got to realise that we're not rich. Sank everything we've got into Woodside Farm.
This isn't about money.
What is it about, then?
You'll find out soon enough. But let's get one thing straight. You don't say a word or make the slightest sound while I'm on the phone unless I tell you to. If you disobey me, I'll kill you. Got that?
Look, I know more about horses than any of you, and I'm telling you, it was a bargain.
Then Alex should have used his own money. Home Farm's got nothing to do with the stud business. That was a board decision.
It was just a temporary arrangement till he could get things sorted out with his bank.
It was never your money to lend, Kim.
I've got the capital to cover it. You all know that.
Then use it. If that money's not back in our account by close of business tomorrow, I'll be calling a full board meeting at which we will be forced to demand your resignation.
You're not going to let him threaten me like that, are you, Steve?
It's for your own good, Kim. We're just trying to stop you making a fool of yourself.
You mean you'd help them vote me out?
It won't come to that, not if you've got any sense left.
You'll get your money. But I won't forget this.
Kim, wait! I think they're about to have a lover's tiff.
Maybe, but I still don't see why you let Kim off the hook.
Look, Alex is never going to pay back a penny. The more she pours into the stud, the more vulnerable she'll be. If I have my way, she'll be left with nothing. No one. Come on, it's what she deserves, Zoe. We owe it to Dad to get Home Farm back.
So you think Fiona's involved in whatever's happened to Will?
It all fits.
But she's not much older than me.
Pretty enough to be used as bait, though. The question is, who's really behind it?
Hello?
Is your father there?
It's her.
Hello?
I've got Will here.
Let me speak to him.
I'm afraid he's rather tied up at the moment. He'll be held hostage till certain conditions are met.
I know someone must have put you up to this. I need to talk to them before it goes any further.
Sorry, not possible.
I don't think you realise what you've got yourself into, young lady.
But I know all about you, Mr. Cairns. Your house is being watched, your calls are being monitored. If you make any attempt to contact the police, the army, or any of your security chums, Will'll be dead in seconds.
These conditions, what do I have to do?
Just sit tight and wait for orders.